Hello Internet! This is the return of your second or third favourite Battle Spot series. This is Bazzle Spot Live. Before we do any games, I'm briefly going to talk to you about what's been happening, because I haven't really talked to you about anything since before Worlds, really, ever. So, I'm sure you probably do know that I didn't actually play at the World Championships, mostly because of how the circuit was handled for Europe last season, I suppose. After the London tournament, which I got nothing from, with a bar of 500, there was really little incentive to play. So, had I known they were going to lower the bar to 400, I would have gone for it. I finished over 300 without any real effort. So, it's a shame. But I did enter the Anaheim Open with this team that we're going to be using today. And I got through, well, I got through to the top cut. I went, 6-2, I think, in day one. The day two, as you probably saw on Twitter, and the same thing happened to Aaron as well. So, good old Cyber Vaz connection here. My Tapu Lele, his Coco, were disqualified from the tournament because I didn't specify the hidden power on the team sheet. So that's frustrating. So I had to play my top 32 game basically with 5 Pokemon, and a game lost straight away. I did win game 1. I would have won the second game too if it wasn't for a first turn wake. So, who knows how far I would have gone with a 5 Pokemon team. But you know what? I can't really complain too much about that. I got points. That was my target, I suppose, from the Anaheim Open. I got points from Liverpool as well, using this team as well. So I think I am at like 140 championship points already with, some events coming up. There's London obviously coming up as well. So, getting an invite next season shouldn't be too difficult. The NBL was, fantastic fun. Thanks again to Aaron for being my partner again with that. We came third, so, second and third, it's not too bad. The World Cup is over for the UK now as well. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. 2 other teams in our group got 2 wins, so, we're out of that. So, that's all ended. But I'm here, and I'm going to play some games for you on Battle Spot. So, yes, I am going to use this team. I think I'm going to, just for today and Friday, I think I'm going to use this team. I'm thinking about on Wednesdays maybe doing Battle Spot doubles, which I don't know how interested you lot are for that, but I have got a really nice Battle Spot doubles team, which I've been pretty successful with, like on Showdown and whatever. However successful Showdown indicates. But either way, this is an interesting team. Like Nihilego is an issue for this team. Ninetales can be a bit of a problem, and Murkrow surprisingly can be a bit of an issue as well. So this is a pretty nasty team to just be sort of thrown in with at the beginning. So how do we do this? Well, he hasn't got any Trick Room. Well, aside from Nihilego, he hasn't got any Trick Room threats. So I think I'm going to go with Tapu Lele and Drifblim. Yep, Drifblim. I think. I think we want Arcanine here as well. But the last slot, I'm debating. I mean, all 3 of these other ones, you could put a case forward for. It's just that Nihilego is going to be really scary. Kartana is kind of threatened by Tapu Koko as well, and his own Kartana and his own Ninetales too. I mean, maybe they're not speed time, maybe they are, who knows. his 2 109s there. So I think I'm going to take either Smeargle or Circuitry, and I think I'm going to go with Circuitry here. So yeah, we'll go with these 4, and we'll see how we go. It's been ages since I've done this. Like it actually legitimately has been ages since I've played on BattleSpot. So and actually ages since I've used this team too. So this is going to be hopefully interesting. So come on then, Pokemon Trainer Thor. What's you do? Okay, so Murkrow and Garchomp. So, okay. Now the problem with this is he can still taunt my Drifblim because I'm in the air. I am Scarfed, so I suppose I can, really simple, just go from Moonblast into the Garchomp and try and Tailwind. If he Tailwinds, then we've matched Tailwinds. If he taunts, then the next turn I'm still going to be faster with Lily. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to Moonblast. The guy's rating isn't that high, so you know, I'm not that I want to you know, underestimate, but I'm not going to do anything wild, you know, at the same time, really. So just play this sort of straightforward and see how it takes us. Garchomp these days do tend to EV to survive Tapu Lele Moonblasts, which is an issue for this, I suppose. I mean, certainly if the Assault Vest, then they do. But he's just Tailwinded too, so we match Tailwind, so that's not a problem at all now. Garchomp, if it does survive this, what's it going to do back? Poison Jab, Tectonic Rage, maybe Rock Slide. So no, it doesn't survive. Okay, critical hit, so we don't actually see the item there. Okay. Who else is going to come out for our opponent then? And what else has this Murkrow got? I mean, they normally would have Foul Play and Tailwind. You would think Taunt as well, but the last move, Snarl, Roost, Quash. I mean, I always think Quash and Tailwind is a little bit funny, but who knows? So Nihilego comes out, and this really is the threat. It really is. I mean, it could Trick Room. I mean, it won't because it's just Tailwind. But Lele is locked into Moonblast here, so I think I do need to withdraw it. I think I'm going to put Xurkitree in just because it is the least threat for us, and I'm probably going to get taunted here. But just in case but I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball into the Nihilego to break any sashes. Just in case, you know, for whatever reason I lose Drifloon this turn. I do want to make sure I break a potential sash on that, just so Lele can come back in and Psychic, basically. So he's just gone for a Power Gem. Okay. So into the Drifloon. Does Foul Play knock us out? That's what it's going for. Yes, it does. Okay. Kind of surprised about that, but maybe shouldn't be. It does give me a free switch back into my Lele, though, which is nice. And he can't quash me in Psychic Terrain either. So, not complaining about how that turn played out, to be honest. Although, now, you know, if he preserves his Murkrow, he can get Tailwind in the future. But he hasn't really got anything that can take two Psychics coming in the back. If the Nihilego is really bulky, then maybe it can survive a Psychic out of Psychic Terrain, but I don't think it is a bulky one, this one. So, I think I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt into the Murkrow. It's not going to knock it out. And Psychic into his Nihilego. Just playing this really straightforward. So Murkrow protects, actually. And Psychic should... Okay, so this has been a pretty straightforward game, but that's... Yeah, it does knock it out. That's what Drifblim and Tapu Lele can be like sometimes. Yeah, didn't really show Smeargle at all. I mean, I'm sure I've played with something very similar to this on Bazzle Spot in the past, haven't I? Yeah, the team with Trevenant, because this... Yeah, I've not been on YouTube playing VGC 17 for ages, have I? But this team is basically just adapted from the team with Trevenant. I just put a Katana in the place of Trevenant, to be, you know, honest. Does a Dazzling Gleam and Psychic knock Ninetales out? I'm not even going to mess around. I'm just going to double into the Ninetales. If he protects it, fair enough. Murkrow can't really do too much. If it freezes me, that could be a problem. But I have got Arcanine in the back. Yeah, Dazzling Gleam might not have knocked that Ninetales out. It would have been close. But we get the Thunderbolt off. And we should have this game won now. Yeah, so... I mean, it's still funny how many, like, the fast Smeargle Xurkitree Pokemon teams there are around. Like, I do like to claim, you know, ownership over that. Yeah, not that you can, but... yeah, I used Citrus Berry on my Xurkitree as well, which I do quite like. But yeah, this game's won now. There's nothing else to really say about this. Just you switch Lele out, get Psychic Terrain up in the future. Not that it really matters. Just so I can Moonblast again and take care of this Murkrow. So, yep, here we go. Thunderbolt. And I'll just show him that it was Arcanine. He might just forfeit here anyway. Yeah, it's forfeited. And let's bound on with plenty energy in step onto the next battle. What am I talking about? Alright, so straightforward win. So there are some problems for this team. Maybe we'll be unlucky enough to come across it next, but basically this team does struggle a lot against Togedemaru, and like the funny thing is that basically over the Anaheim Open and the there was like on the Sunday there was this sort of money tournament in the lobby of the hotel. Like pretty much all of my losses were to Togedemaru. Like anything else, and I was reasonably okay against, but Togedemaru I would always lose to. So I don't want to see Togedemaru. Yeah, there was this money tournament in the lobby of the hotel on Sunday, and I actually came second in that. So I made a profit, which was nice. This team looks like a team I should know. This is the team that came second, isn't it, at Worlds? Okay. Have I actually played against this? I should have paid more attention to what they were, shouldn't I? I know the Ninetales is bulky, and it doesn't have a Focus Sash. But I don't really know too much. I mean, I know it's a berry circuitry. What is that Tapu Lele, though? That's berry as well, isn't it, with Calm Mind? Okay, it's coming back to me. Mandibuzz with Mandibuzz stuff. Garchomp with Garchomp stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to go with Lele and Drifloon again. And who else do we want? I mean, I could put a case forward for going with Circuitry here, just because he's possibly and probably going to lead with his Mandibuzz. But I don't really want him Tailwinding. So you know what? We're going to go with, just to change things up, we're going to go with Smogon Circuitry. I'm going to take my Drifloon as well. And I'm going to take my Tapu Lele as well. So, Ninetales does often lead, and it often goes straight for an Aurora Veil. So we'll see how this goes. If I did lead with Drifloon and Lele, then I could just knock it out. Turn one with a double with, you know, Psychic and Shadow Ball. But it is Mandibuzz and it is Ninetales. So as expected. So we're going to see probably an Aurora Veil, maybe an Icy Wind, you never know. I mean, I don't even know how fast this Ninetales was. I don't know if it was max speed or not. I mean, it's probably still faster than Smogon, isn't it? So I'm going to go for a Fake Out into Mandibuzz and Tail Glow. So this is going to be interesting, because his Aurora Veil is going to last for many, many turns. Oh, well, Circuitry is faster than this Ninetales, unless it's roaring me. Did it have roar? Yeah, okay. So he is roaring me. Alright, well that was a bit of a dead turn then. We're going to see... No, we're not going to see, are we? Because Overcoat and being an Ice type, so I don't think either of those are going to take Ice damage. Alright, so I guess he knew what I was doing there. And I guess I should have really gone for the Spore into the Ninetales like intuition was telling me. But I'm going to go for Spore into the Ninetales now. I'm sure he's going to get his Aurora Veil. And I think I'm just going to Moonblast into the Mandibuzz slot. Just because I mean, it's only going to do about half, maybe. Just because we've given him the special defense boost as well now. Yeah, about half. And you just go for the Aurora Veil. Is he going to Tailwind? Okay, well, his Ninetales is asleep now for at least the next turn. And Taunt, okay, fair enough. That does give me a reasonably free switch into something, though, next turn. So I could put in my Drifblim now. His Mandibles is probably going to Roost, if it does have Roost. I don't know if it does have Roost or not. I could put Drifblim in, obviously, for the boosty thing. But I could put Xurkitree in, and I think that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to Moonblast into his Ninetales. With the Aurora Veil up, I'm not sure this is going to be a 2-hit KO though. Another Moonblast wouldn't have knocked out his Mandibus because I hit it without, nothing. Because I hit it before the Aurora Veil went up before. So Ninetales takes its first sleep turn there. He Tailwinds, so he's probably going to taunt my Xurkitree now. So I'm just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam and a Moonblast into his Mandibuzz this turn. I mean, I'm thinking I want to get into a position where Psychic Terrain is still up and I can still get my Drifblim in and Tailwind myself, basically. Combination of these two attacks, unless he Roosts, which he obviously could do. Ooh, the combination of these attacks I was thinking might knock him out, but maybe not looking at that. So he does taunt me. This Aurora Veil is doing some good business for him. Yeah, that's that's nothing. Wow, Aurora Veil. It's quite nice actually. So I did get taunted as expected. We are sort of wasting his Aurora Veil turns here too. I mean, if I knock both of his Pokemon in out, if I knock him in, if I knock him out, he's probably going to have his Lele and Garchomp in the back. And Drifblim's okay with that. But Xurkitree is not so happy with that. I think if I knock both of them out, I should be in a decent enough position to wiggle around the last two. So I don't want this Mandibuzz roosting, so I'm just going to stay in with LA and Moonblast it. If Thunderbolt knocks out Ninetales or not, I'm not sure on that. Because we did put the Ninetales to sleep after it used Aurora Veil as well, you know, it is staying asleep for a decent amount of time here. Yeah, so we do get the Ninetales knocked out. But now we do have to contend with probably his Lele, and if it is his Lele, is getting the Psychic Terrain back up for my Drifblim, which is nice. And possibly his Garchomp. So we've got, what, 3 more turns of Aurora Veil now? This Garchomp might be bulky enough. I'm pretty sure it is a bulky one, isn't it? Oh, it's actually a Xurkitree. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this Garchomp is bulky enough to take a Moonblast anyway, which is a little bit of a problem. Garchomp might just Swords Dance here. So I could just Dazzling Gleam. If he knocks my Xurkitree out, what's the worst case scenario? It has got Swords Dance, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure. And if I was my opponent, I would be thinking this is the turn that I can Swords Dance. So I am just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here. And I'm going to put the Smeargle in. Smeargle can do some good work by itself if it survives, but I kind of do expect it to go down, and I don't want to bring Drifblim in on a... Okay, so he's just attacking me, which is means he doesn't get his boost, which is okay. But yeah, I don't want Drifblim to be taking too much damage. Lele and Drifblim are going to be okay for me here, I think. And the Xurkitree could be a problem because it's bound to survive a... Oh, it's actually gone for it into the Smeargle. Wow, okay. So it's trying to hit my Lele there. So we're still trying to use his Tailwind. So Smeargle, goodbye. So Drifblim might have been a nice switch in there, but, you know, trying to be safe and everything. In the 8. So he did want to set up with something this turn, and that was his Xurkitree instead of his Garchomp, which is fair enough. So +1 Dazzling Gleam, although in Aurora Veil, does put his Garchomp in Moonblast range, which is nice. His Tailwind did just wear out, didn't it? Yeah, but he has got his Tail Glow up now, so that is a little bit tricky. That's very tricky. So I'm going to put Tapu Lele in. Just because I need the Psychic Terrain. Yeah, he's still got his Aurora Veil for many turns. Is that in Moonblast range? Because I don't think the Xurkitree is in Psychic range either. But surely he protects his Garchomp here? I'm thinking he protects his Garchomp and knocks out my Lele with +3 Thunderbolt. If he does that, I'm Tail Glowing with my own Xurkitree, and then Drifblim should be able to come in and clear things up. Yeah, so I've done this thinking, okay, he's going to knock my Lele out. That's fair enough. I should be okay. I think I should be okay. So, you know, I could have predicted around this. I could have gone for like a double target into his Xurkitree. But I'm sure I'm losing my Lele here, which is fine. Because I have got Drifblim in the back. And with Drifblim, well, he's lost his Tectonic Rage. So if he wants to Earthquake, he has to do it into his own partner, which I'm thinking he doesn't really want to do. I could Protect and Tailwind, but he has still got enough turns of his Aurora Veil to where he'll probably survive. I could try and burn the Garchomp, because my Xurkitree will probably be faster than his Xurkitree. Ooh, this is really tricky, actually. This Aurora Veil is doing some good work for him. I think I am going to Dazzling Gleam, and I'm going to Will-O-Wisp into his Garchomp as well. This sort of covers if he does want to try and protect an Earthquake. So he's probably not Earthquaking. But I'm probably going to be losing my Drifblim this turn. Actually, my Xurkitree is faster than his Garchomp. Wow, okay. So we're going to activate his Xurkitree's Berry. Yeah, there it is. And he has to Thunderbolt my Drifblim to knock it out. He can't Dazzling Gleam to knock it out here. So, yeah. Thunderbolts. So, this is a pretty scary ending. I'm pretty sure my Xurkitree is faster. We just saw it was faster there. But we've got lots of boosts. Lots and lots of boosts. I am +5. He is +5. He has one turn of Aurora Veil left. And he has no way of taking advantage of my easy Protect here. So, Protect. And then, because my Xurkitree is faster, I should be able to knock it out the next turn. So, he's gone for a Dazzling Gleam. Which one's more powerful? Thunderbolt is, what, 90? 135 halved is just under 70, isn't it? Like 68 or so. So, Dazzling Gleam is more powerful. So, his Aurora Veil is gone. Dazzling Gleam should hopefully, +5, knock his Xurkitree out. Which it does. Critical hit. I really don't think that mattered at +5. So, whew, quite a close game there. And interesting to see the Aurora Veil do some work, because I've not really played against that at all, really. So, yeah, I like that. I like the Aurora Veil. Maybe I would play a little bit differently if I was going to play that again. Maybe I'd want to try and stop the Ninetales going for the Aurora Veil. But, yeah, I don't know. Interesting games. But I think we'll leave this for now, because on Wednesday I'm going to limber up and do a video of Battle Spot doubles for you. So I hope you'll enjoy that, and I hope you enjoyed this. So please, if you have a moment, please press that like button. It will help my channel out. I'm sure I have faith in the YouTube system that liking helps my channel out. So thanks, guys. You know, help me out if you do wish so. And goodbye for now. I'll see you on Wednesday.